Coming up on the Cool Soror podcast, brought to you by Cricket Wireless, we are going to sit down with the SWAC Commissioner, Dr. Charles McClelland, and Sunshine Anderson. That's right, heard it all before. Jackson State and North Carolina Central, they're battling it out in the Celebration Bowl. Live from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the ATL. It is the Cool Soror podcast. Oh my God, it's so awesome. It's the Cool Soror podcast, brought to you by Cricket Wireless with yours truly, Rashan Ali. That's me. Hey there, it is another amazing edition of the Cool Soror podcast. Here we are broadcasting live from Mercedes-Benz Stadium, brought to you by Cricket Wireless, and I am so very honored. I feel like, I'm in the presence of royalty because I have the SWAC Commissioner, Dr. Charles McClelland here. Hello, how are you today, sir?
Hey, I'm doing fine. Thank you for having me on the show. It's a pleasure to be here.
Absolutely, and I think I'm very honored because you're the SWAC Commissioner, but you're also a member of Kappa Alpha Psi.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Look,
so both of them definite honors to be a part of.
Yes.
The organization.
Yes, absolutely. So let's talk about this day. This is an amazing day. Jackson State University, North Carolina Central, Celebration Bowl. It's like the kickoff to bowl season. What does that mean for HBCUs and the impact of this game?
Well, it's historic because there's only 2 FCS conferences that have an opportunity to participate in bowl season. That's the SWAC and the MEAC. And that's ultimately what we've been about since our inception in the mid-1800s. That's creating a way where no other opportunities or paths are there. We blaze trails. So to have these 2 institutions opening up bowl season on ABC is historic, is monumental, and it's ultimately what we deserve.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's talk about the SWAC and the impact the SWAC has had, not only today, but over the years, because this is my brand. It's HBCUs been cool. We have always kind of set the precedent of schools and what we've been doing over the years. Can we talk about the impact HBCUs have had, not only recently, but from when we were created?
Well, and that's ultimately what the inception of HBCUs were all about. I'm originally from Mississippi.
Okay.
I was a 70s and 80s baby, and I came right behind the civil rights movement and still expressed, the desire to do some things that I couldn't do in rural Mississippi. Mm-hmm. So you go back to the 1800s when Alcorn State University was founded, when Prairie View A&M University was founded. Actually, the history of Prairie View A&M University is, and a lot of people don't know this, they were founded a day after Texas A&M.
Oh, wow.
Because the newly freed slaves needed a place to go. They couldn't read or write, so they went on the Alta Vista Plantation.
Yeah.
A place literally where they were hung and killed, and now it's an academic institution. It was founded in 1876. My personal story, I grew up in Jackson, Mississippi. I couldn't go to Ole Miss.
Yeah.
I couldn't go to Mississippi State.
Right.
They wouldn't let me in.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to Prairie View A&M University, and they made me who I am today. So that's what HBCUs has been doing for the last 150 years, and we'll be doing it for another 150.
Absolutely. And you could have easily said, you know what? Okay, I went to an HBCU. Let me just go ahead and live my life out. Why has it been your personal plight to continue to just speak the name of HBCUs and make sure that we're continuing to have the impact that we have?
Well, I'm a SWAC baby. So
Come on, SWAC.
My mother and father met at Alcorn State
Yes.
University, and they birthed myself and my sister. I went to Prairie View A&M University. My sister went to Southern University. I have 2 sons, both played basketball at Jackson State.
Ooh, I love it.
One transferred to, one was at Texas Southern, then played at Jackson State. One was at Texas Southern, played for Alabama State. My wife is a Grambling graduate. So
I know.
I'm SWAC through and through, and I've had opportunities to leave, but SWAC gave me my start. They gave me an opportunity that I would not have received if I was somewhere else.
Yeah.
So I have a responsibility to be able to give the talents that I learned at these SWAC institutions and stay in the conference. And that's my commitment, and that's ultimately my main driving motivational force.
Absolutely. Well, I'm a MEAC baby. You know what I'm saying?
All good. It's all
MEAC
good.
baby. You know, but FAMU is now in the SWAC. So
that's right. You're a SWAC baby.
I'm a SWAC baby now. I'm SWAC. I'm SWAC all day now. What does it mean for schools like FAMU who have come over to the SWAC? What does it mean and the impact that they continue to make as we gain more institutions in the SWAC?
Well, when you take a look at the unprecedented growth that the SWAC has been able to embark on in the last 2 to 3 years, we're at record revenue, we're at record distribution, we have record crowds. We've led FCS attendance 46 of the last 47 years when you count this year. So SWAC has always been strong. But when you bring in 2 name brands such as Florida A&M and Bethune-Cookman, you're already strong. Now you're making us the strongest. We have every major Division I HBCU from Texas to Florida. That's the Southwestern Athletic Conference. And when you look at our growth, it is directly pointed to those two institutions coming in. And then there were some things that was layered on top of it. The tragedy with George Floyd, that gave us a greater level of attention. And then you layer the hiring of Deion Sanders to the SWAC. We just exploded. And we're going to continue to move forward because we have the name brand, we have the great leadership, we have the great fan base. Just look around you.
Yes.
Hey, that's what SWAC is all about.
That's what, look, we are SWAC. We've been SWAC. So, of course, I have to, you just mentioned primetime. Deion Sanders, of course, he is jumping ship and going to Colorado. Can you talk about the impact that he has made for the SWAC? Because I always want to keep it on the high. I want to make sure that we look at what he has done for the SWAC and Jackson State at the forefront, rather than people saying that he should have stayed longer. What has he done in these 3 years at Jackson State and the impact that he's had? I've said impact like 3 times that he's had for the SWAC. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Well, I think the biggest thing that he's done for the conference overall is people and entities that normally would not have seen what SWAC was all about. He opened those doors. It was my responsibility from the conference office and others to be able to go out and capitalize on the additional notoriety that we were getting. And I think that we've done a pretty good job in doing that. We've signed an unprecedented television deal with Byron Allen that has us in 80 markets across the entire United States. We are in the process of signing additional corporate partners. We have major corporate partners. Our number one corporate partner is Cricket. So it's been tremendous. And Deion, Coach Prime, has given us opportunity to sell ourselves to entities that normally wouldn't have been able to take a look at the Southwestern Athletic Conference. And, to be on the front page of the newspapers, he's brought that to us. I would say this. Coaches have an opportunity to coach. And if you have an opportunity to move, the business of staying at these institutions 10, 20, 30 years is long gone. That's not what the business is today. So I wish Coach Prime well. He's done a tremendous job at Jackson State. He's won championships for Jackson State. And typically when you do that, you get other opportunities. And I personally think that if other coaches that are out there looking at the SWAC nationally and seeing that you can go to Jackson State and other SWAC institutions, win championships, and get other opportunities, that's going to create a larger pool of great coaches wanting to come to the Southwestern Athletic Conference. And ultimately what it says is that we are a conference of first choice, not a conference of second or third or fourth choice.
You better say that. First choice.
That's right.
You know what? The thing about me, my parents went to Delaware State. That's where they met. I know your parents met at Alcorn, but they always preached HBCUs. What would you say? And I have an 11th grader, and so she's looking at FAMU, she's looking at Tennessee State, she's looking at North Carolina A&T. What would you say to a student who is on the fence as to HBCU, or I don't know what I want to do? What would you say to a student who's looking at our amazing institutions?
Hey, probably not a great way to start, but hey, HBCUs are an environment to where you're not going to do anything but have fun.
Listen.
Look, the bands, the parties, the step show.
Listen.
There's nothing like it. Even being in a Greek letter fraternity at a predominantly white institution has nothing on being at a HBCU and being in a sorority or fraternity.
Get into it.
But when you start talking academics, you start talking family-oriented, class sizes 18 to 20, where the professors know who you are. I wasn't the sharpest pencil in the pencil drawer. I had people to mentor me to say, hey, Charles, you can grow to be something more than what you even think that you can be. I knew the president. The president knew who I was. You're not going to get that at an institution of 45,000. We have great crowds. We have great games. We have the ability to take the historically underserved, get you ready, and you're going to make as much or more money than those individuals that go to those predominantly white institutions. So there is no other route. I can tell you a very short story.
Go ahead.
My best friend in high school actually went to the Air Force Academy. He turned out to fly F-16 jets. And I was so in awe of his accomplishment. He flies for FedEx now. We had an opportunity about 20 years later, after I went my route, he went his route, to talk. And the only thing that he could talk about was his regret not going to an HBCU.
You hear it all the time.
Because the lack of experiences that he was able, and the lack of friendships that he was able to, encounter. And then we get together. As we were talking, we had Prairie View people that I went to school with yelling from the stands here at a Jackson State game. That's what it's all about. And that's why you should go to an HBCU. We're going to take care of you. We're going to nurture you. And you're going to be a part of something that's very special.
Listen, people ask me all the time, like, Rashan, would you do it over again? I would absolutely not do anything different than what I did. I got accepted to Tennessee State, North Carolina A&T, Jackson State, and FAMU. And I was able to get a full scholarship to FAMU, and I had the best 4 years of my life.
Well, I would change one thing.
What is that? What was that?
Well, I graduated in 4 years. I would have stretched it out to 5.
I say the same thing. Because as a student athlete, I swam for 4 years. I should have waited one more year to kick it, because I ain't kick it, dog.
Yeah, once you leave, it's tough.
It's over with. I love it. I know you can't give any predictions about the day, but
I can.
Okay.
Jackson State by 16.
Jackson State by 16.
Jackson State by 16.
I love it. What can we look forward to when it comes to the SWAC moving forward?
Well, we're going to continue to grow. We're going to continue to do the things that we normally have done, and that is bring in large crowds, have great games, expand our national television opportunities, expand our opportunities from a digital standpoint. Look, we have 12 of the greatest institutions that's out there. We have 3 law schools. We have multiple medical schools.
Yes.
12 accounting schools. Whatever it is that you want to be, you can be within the Southwestern Athletic Conference. And the windows of that academic mission is shown through the eyes of our athletic opportunities.
Yes.
And we're going to continue to grow. The SWAC is as strong now as it has been in quite some time. We have 21 NFL Hall of Famers.
Yes.
We're going to put more. We have 10 NFL active participants on rosters from SWAC institutions. We're going to continue to do the things that we've always done. SWAC is 101 years old, and we're going to continue to be here for another 101.
Love it. Well, Dr. McClelland, I am so appreciative of your time today. I know you're very busy. What is it like, the day in the life of a commissioner? Like, what is it like?
Well, I get the opportunity to do interviews with great people such as you.
Thank you.
It's a wonderful job.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Continue success on everything, and I'll be right there on the sideline cheering the SWAC on from here on out.
Thank you, and thank you for being here. It's very important to what we do.
Absolutely. It is the Cool Soror Podcast, brought to you by Cricket Wireless. Dr. Charles McClelland, the SWAC Commissioner, I am so grateful. Thank you. Enjoy the day.
Will, you too.
Absolutely, honey. I'm having a good time. I'm about to go to my suite right now. Rashan Ali here, Cool Soror Podcast.
All right.
Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Come on now.
It's the Celebration Bowl. Jackson State taking on North Carolina Central, and we have an esteemed alum from North Carolina Central. She went to Central. Okay? Come on. Get into it. Sunshine Anderson, everybody. How are you, baby?
It's always a pleasure. Wonderful to see you again. It's been a while.
Listen, it has been a long time.
Yes.
I said, North Carolina Central superstar. Oh, Sunshine Anderson, of
Girl,
course.
come on now.
And the text came through and you said, Absolutely, I'll do it.
Absolutely.
How you-
Grammy-nominated national recording artist.
You bet. Tell the
Sunshine
people.
Anderson.
Tell the
Okay?
people.
Yes,
Yes.
I just celebrated my 25th silver anniversary. Where's my pen?
Go
My
ahead.
25th silver anniversary. Okay, at
Okay.
the North Carolina Central University.
Yes.
I know why they call us silver now.
Come on now.
The
Come
day
on.
party. Just the day party.
The day party.
No night parties.
No night parties.
Just the day party.
Just the day party. How you doing, baby?
I'm good, Rashan.
Yes,
I'm good.
yes.
Good. How are you?
I'm amazing.
Yes, you look beautiful.
Thank you, and you do as
Yes,
well.
yes.
It's funny because I've always been a fan, and then when I got a chance to know you, then I was
Yeah.
like, oh, the fandom went up here.
Oh, thank you.
How do you remain as humble as you are and as real as you are?
To be honest, that's that hit single, right?
Yeah,
That one hit.
Yeah.
It propelled me, but it was snatched away in a second.
Really?
People don't know the album came out in 2001. Aaliyah passed that year. 3 weeks later was 9/11.
Oh my God.
And my album came out in August. After that, it went silent. Heard It All Before has lasted.
It had. It's a hit.
It's God is Good.
Right.
It's a classic record.
21 years later.
21 years later,
Yes.
I'm still standing. But seeing all the possibilities, traveling over abroad and doing everything from August to September, that's 6-7 months?
Yeah.
And then having to go back home to North Carolina.
Yeah.
And it all be snatched away.
Yeah.
That humbles you.
Yes.
It lets you know who God is. You move on. You forgive yourself for whatever you think it is that you didn't do.
Right.
You move on. You grow, and you just keep pushing every day. But yeah, God is real the way that He moves.
Right. Yeah. I mean, there are a lot of people who have sold millions and millions of records that don't have a recognizable song like you do.
Your favorite
Your
artist
favorite artist
doesn't have Heard It All Before.
Right.
They have 4 or 5 songs that we love. But when I say classic records. Classic.
Yes.
Timeless.
Timeless records.
On and on.
Put it on right now.
On and on and on.
Right. Yeah, that's good.
I'm blessed.
You are.
Blessed.
And you continue to tour.
Yes.
With all of these, you of course released music since then.
I've released some albums since then.
Yes.
Nothing as good as that first album.
Right.
Nothing as good as that first album. I was chasing that girl.
Yeah.
I was chasing that 26-year-old girl, and I had to realize that I'm not her anymore. There's so many different facets to Sunshine Anderson. I can do so many things,
Right.
And so the older you get, the wiser you get, and
Absolutely.
I'm moving into my next level. I feel like I'm leveling off finally.
Yeah.
I'm comfortable.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah.
Because that one song has me going every weekend. Shout out to Mike Lighty. Shout out to Violator.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
That man keeps me booked every weekend, that one record. So I don't care what they say, Rashan, okay? All you need is one.
All you need is one.
All you need is one.
I love
Figure
it.
out what your one is going to be for 2023. Okay? And ride that thing till the wheels fall off.
And ride
boo.
that thing till the wheels
Okay?
fall off.
Seriously.
You better do it. You
Yeah.
better. And the thing that happened, obviously, in between that, we both became mothers around the same time. Yes. And how is baby Sky doing?
Oh my God, Sky is 15. She's growing. She's amazing.
Yes.
I'm grateful to be her mother, and she's just a beautiful little girl. She's smart. She's all A's and 1 C. We're working on that C.
What's up with that? Oh, yeah,
all A's and 1 C.
I understand.
But she's been dancing 11 years. Shout out to Fusion Force,
Come on.
Charlotte, North Carolina. We're building a opening soon, a Fusion Force Atlanta.
Yeah.
We have a Fusion Force Cali. Okay.
So that is your dance
It
studio?
is Fusion Force Entertainment Academy.
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
We're not just a dance school, boo.
Okay.
We're not just a
Entertainment
dance school,
Academy.
boo. Oh yeah, we got martial arts. We have we just have so many different things.
Yes.
But Sky is in her 4th year with Fusion Force. Dancing competition dance.
Yeah.
We're in 11 years dancing all together, so I'm proud.
Yeah.
I still wake up some days like, God, you sure she mind? You sure she mind? Am I
Right.
doing it right?
Right.
Am I
Because
doing it right?
We've had conversations about are we
Yes.
doing it right?
Yes.
And I think as mothers, we question ourselves almost daily
Yeah.
about, did I say the right thing?
Yeah,
Should I have? let her do that?
Definitely.
You know?
Yeah. And you know what? I gotta say, I just got a sidebar. Cause girl, you keep a fly pixie.
Come on.
You know,
Yeah.
and although the people don't know, we know, I just want them to know that I know you. I've met your mother. How's your mommy?
She's good.
That's wonderful.
Thank you for asking.
I met you at a transition in my life back to what we were talking about.
Yes.
I had decided I wasn't singing no more. I went to cosmetology school. I was living here in Atlanta. I was married. And I went to cosmetology school. I'm going to do hair.
Yeah.
Okay?
You sure
and
did.
Shout out to my girl, Paula now Hawkins.
Come on, Hawkins.
Come on.
Yes.
Just got married. And that's where I met you at.
Yeah. And it was all love immediately.
It was all love. I've learned so much from you. I've watched you over the years.
Thank you.
Grow.
Yeah.
I see you.
Yes.
I see you.
I see you too.
Yeah, and I'm
that's why I'm
proud.
so happy that I knew that you would say yes.
Yes.
Because we have a real authentic and organic type of relationship.
I wanted to get into radio and I reached out to you.
Yep.
And you sent me some words of encouragement and I ended up on my radio station with my own show.
Yes.
See, I thought I needed to be a sidekick or I
never.
thought I was going to have to be
you're a star.
a segment girl, but I'm a star. And so, the pandemic kind of knocked me down. We're working on some things too, but yes, I'm here.
You are.
Yes.
You're here. And I'm so grateful that you said yes to coming to sit down with me.
Always.
What did North Carolina Central mean to you?
Girl, that school raised me.
Did it?
See, I was on the 5-year plan.
Come on, 5.
I was on the 5-year plan.
No worries.
I came to Central to be an attorney. We have a law school.
Yes, we do.
You do. A very grand law school.
Listen.
And I wanted to go to law school. I wanted to go into forensics. I wanted to be in the forensics just intrigued me, but I couldn't pass chemistry.
No worries.
Couldn't keep my goggles on. I was getting put out of class.
Totally fine.
And so, but I knew I wanted to sing. I did. I discovered myself. I was discovered on the campus of North Carolina Central University. I was just in the cafeteria humming Layla Hathaway.
What?
Layla Hathaway, who is singing background vocals on a few songs on all 3 of my albums.
What?
Yes. I was humming Layla Hathaway. Somebody heard me. One of the alphas in the line heard
Come on.
me. And he knew Mike City, who was a graduate of North Carolina Central. And City came over to the college, went down to Annie Day in one of the dorms down in the basement and I sang Layla Hathaway. And he was like, if you dope, you can sing it again. And I sang it again. And that started, but I was birthed right there at that school. When I received my 25th anniversary, silver anniversary pin a few weeks ago at homecoming, you go to the ceremony and everything and they honored me so in that room that day. I felt so much love.
Yeah.
And when I got ready to go, one of my classmates, Angelique Stallings, Angie said,
come on, Angie.
Shine, we yours and you ours.
Yeah.
I said, you know what? Because they knew me before the before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
I don't have to have on all the makeup and the lashes for them.
Yeah.
I don't have to hold my stomach in for them.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can kick my shoes off at home. So yes, it is amazing. It is absolutely wonderful for us to be here in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Get into it.
Because I lived here for 7 years.
Yep.
And I was leaving here. I was moving away from here, going back to Charlotte when they built this stadium. So it's a complete honor to be here today.
Yes.
It is a complete honor to be here today with Jackson State University.
You know?
Okay?
Yes.
Shout out to Deion Sanders.
Come on, he did a great thing, right?
Listen, I don't care about all the drama.
Me neither.
One man cannot save us. One man cannot save us, Black people. It is our job collectively. One man can't save us.
Come on.
Let's save ourselves.
Let's save ourselves.
Let's save ourselves.
Thank you.
It is a pleasure to be here today.
Absolutely.
Yes,
absolutely.
I just seen Roland Martin outside, girl.
Roland
I'm with
here.
it right now. I got
he need
pictures
to come over here.
with Roland Martin, girl. Okay,
Come
I'm on.
Come
Shout
on.
out to Big Tigger. Saw him too.
Saw Big Tigger.
Yes, I did.
It's all good. Well,
yes.
I'm grateful. And
I
that's
love
all
you.
I needed. I needed that. I needed you.
Yes, thank you. Rashana.
I needed
Thank
you.
Thank you.
For this moment.
That means a lot. That really
Absolutely.
means a lot.
Absolutely. I text you. I was like, is this still sunshine? She was like, absolutely. What do you need?
Yes. What are we doing?
What we doing?
What are we doing?
You were like, oh yeah, I'll do that.
Yes,
Fine.
I love you.
So
I love
thank
you.
you. I love
for
you so
thinking
much.
of me. Thank
Continue
you.
success.
And thank you for your example, sis.
Absolutely.
Yes.
My pleasure.
Yes. Yes.
Listen,
Her wife,
all the
mother,
things. All the things.
entrepreneur.
I'm still with my baby daddy,
Come
honey.
on, baby
20
daddy,
years
girl.
later.
Come on, baby
And I still like his ass.
Girl, you give us hope. Still
Come
like
on,
him.
I still like him. And love
okay,
him.
there's hope, ladies.
He still
There's
put
hope.
it down.
There's hope, ladies.
Oh, okay, sorry.
There's hope, ladies.
Sunshine Edison, everybody. Thank
My
you so
pleasure,
much.
my
I love
pleasure.
you, baby.
You too.
Yes.